one of my books is called The Creative Eight, Healing Through Creativity and Self-Expression. So creativity is one really great way. Another great way, and there are many, and we know them. This is the other thing. Us humans know everything I'm about to say, but knowing it doesn't really make the difference. So, detoxing ourselves, being careful what we put in our mouth, like being careful about the foods and the drink that we put in our mouth, including alcohol, but not restricted to alcohol, including caffeine, but not restricted to caffeine, including all the sugar drinks that we might put in. And sugar, processed sugar is pretty nasty.
Yeah.
And certainly creates psychological symptomology. And same thing with food. We put a lot of things into our mouth that are not bona fide edibles. And again, I'm not saying edibles. If we say edibles, you imply something entirely different these days. I'm not speaking of edible cannabis. I'm speaking of edibles. Like, McDonald's is not really food, as it turns out. It would not have passed any test to be food back in the day. Yeah. And not just McDonald's, so much of the processed foods, the foods that are on the shelves in the grocery store are the furthest thing from being edible. We do not know how to metabolize those foods, and they have effects. And what do I mean by that? Well, there's an agency called the Food and Drug Administration, right? The FDA. There is no coincidence that food and drug are in the same administration. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, they take care of food. Tuesday and Thursday, they take care of drugs. And they let them interrelate with each other because food is the medicine. We put something in us and we become that which we put in us. So really watching what we eat and what we take in through our eyes, through our ears. What do you watch on your internet? What do you watch on TV? What are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Who are your friends? All the toxicity. So detoxifying ourselves from our toxicities. Grounding activities, meditation, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong. These can go very, very far to getting us steady. Life is going to keep lifing. And so when we do these things, we give ourselves the best opportunity to respond rather than react to the world that's coming at us. And to respond effectively to, spirituality is another way. Again, getting centered, getting grounded, being of service. There's nothing finer than being of service, right? Than going to help someone strictly for helping someone, like helping someone's for helping someone's sake, right? Like helping anybody do anything essentially for just the help's sake. It's very, very beautiful way to find our centered self and find our core values. Here's another thing. Speak your truth. Like, we're not doing that. We don't do that anymore. We have become a group of people who pretend to be somebody in order to protect the person we really are. Now, if that probably rings a bell for you, I know it does for me, and it's no problem. It's not a problem. We have developed that over time. We learned how to do that as children, and we just never have gone back to repair it. So many of us are actually saying things that even we don't believe. What? How crazy is that? That's like beyond a lie. That's not even a lie anymore.
Yeah. Lying to yourself.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Right? What does that mean? You're both characters? You're the liar and the receiver of your lie? What is that?
Yeah.
We say things that we don't even believe when we're saying it. Why do we do that? Big 4-letter word starting with F called fear. We're afraid that we're going to be disowned. We're going to be thrown off the island. We're going to be disrespected. We're going to be dismissed. We're going to be, we're going to be disruptive. We're going to cause more damage, that we're going to be misunderstood.